If I could save time in a bottle, the first thing that I'd like to do is to save every day till eternity passes away, just to spend them with you. If I could make days last forever, if words could make wishes come true, I'd save every day like a treasure, and then again I would spend them with you. But there never seems to be enough time to do the things you want to do once you find them. I've looked around enough to know you're the one I want to go through time with. If I had a box just for wishes and dreams that had never come true, the box would be empty except for the memory of how they were answered by you. But there never seems to be enough time to do the things you want to do once you find them. I've looked around enough to know you're the one I want to go through time with.
Close your eyes. Mothers, send your children to their rooms.
Welcome to Midnight Mayhem. It's been a tough week, and I can say that from the bottom of my heart. It's been a tough week in the Midnight Mayhem offices. We've lost one of our loved ones, but folks, we have to move on. Brock would have wanted it this way, and what better way to move on than to have a huge matchup. Zane Dawson, your current Midnight Mayhem Heavyweight Champion. He will be taking on his brother, the current Midnight Mayhem Internet Champion. That's right, folks, brother versus brother. Harold Britt has got his back turned to Zane Dawson. That's how much respect he has for him. He has no respect for Zane Dawson. Zane Dawson is a man that'll come into this matchup. He's an evil, evil person. Folks, now let me address something. Brock Knox perished last week in a fire explosion, and I just wanted to let you guys know that things will be okay here going forward in Midnight Mayhem. It's a big deal to lose someone. In the next few months, I know we can't replace Brock, but we're gonna try to honor his memory by moving on, and hopefully we can get some sort of semblance of continuity on this show, and we can maybe get somebody else in the booth, try some more people in the booth. I know that my heart is missing a piece right now. I know that Brock and I had our disagreements, but it's hard for me to deal with this issue right now. And speaking of disagreements, the two men that are about to compete coming up here on Midnight Mayhem have had some of the biggest disagreements I've ever seen. That's Dave Dawson walking to the ring right now. Dave Dawson, the younger brother of Zane Dawson. And when I mean younger, I just mean mere seconds. Dave Dawson is the twin brother of Zane Dawson. He came out of the womb only a few seconds after his brother, who is the current Midnight Mayhem Heavyweight Champion. Folks, we've seen these two tag together. We've seen these two fight each other. Folks, we haven't had a real wrestling match between these two because it always ends up into just a blood feud. Things happen between these two that we can't always show, or we don't like to show, because it's glorifying the violence between these two. I'd hate to be a member, I'd hate to be their mother, having to watch this week after week, month after month, not knowing which son to cheer for. Wait, here we go, folks. Looks like Tracy Gilbert coming to the ring. What's Tracy have to say? Let's hear what he has to say. I'm kind of interested.
Well, listen, Zane and Dave, as one of the official representatives of ACW here tonight, after your little incident down here, the last time you were here, where you were uncontrollable, knocking reps around, going crazy, inciting riots, I kind of made a phone call and got a return phone call about 2 minutes ago. Mr. Mitch, you've done a great job tonight. However, your services will not be needed in this match. But I need you to do me a favor. I need you to leave your ref shirt, because I got a special referee that the company feels can handle you guys. You're not going to bully them. There's nobody throwing them around. So, without further ado, I have been named the special referee, Zane. I'm going to call it right down the middle. This is for the championship. No matter my personal feelings, this is all business. May the better man win.
Well, there you go. Tracy Gilbert inserting himself in the situation unfolding here on Midnight Mayhem. Tracy Gilbert has made himself the special guest referee between these two. Perhaps a wrestler by the likes of Tracy Gilbert can keep these two men from killing each other in the ring. Maybe Tracy Gilbert, with the experience he has with both men, maybe Tracy Gilbert can keep a semblance of sanity here on Midnight Mayhem. That match is coming up in a few seconds. Welcome back to Midnight Mayhem. Before the break, Tracy Gilbert becoming the special guest referee, trying to keep these two men from killing each other. Dave Dawson, Zane Dawson in the ring. Zane Dawson jumping the gun, trying to attack his brother, but Dave Dawson was not having any of it and was ready for his brother. Dave with a series of left hands, and he's taking his brother's head to the turnbuckle, and it looks like Dave Dawson is going straight for the choke right there, trying to win this matchup and perhaps that Midnight Mayhem Heavyweight Championship as well. Zane Dawson off the ropes. Dave Dawson telegraphing his move. Dave Dawson with a hip toss. Zane Dawson back up with another hip toss. Folks, these two men know each other very well. They trained with each other well. Hell, they're twin brothers. And I don't know if you can know anybody as well as your twin brother. I mean, you were spending 9 months in the womb together, and folks, these two men know each other very well. Zane Dawson on the ground, Dave Dawson with the cover. Tracy Gilbert trying to count to 3 so Dave Dawson can finally get that W against his bigger brother. And it looks like Dave Dawson going for the nose and mouth and neck of Zane Dawson. Zane Dawson in pain. Folks, these two, if you want to see the storied history between these two men, please find us on Facebook, www.facebook.com/Midnight Mayhem CW21. Folks, we have got all of their matches that they've previously had, and some of those are doozies, just like this one is turning out to be already. Dave Dawson kicking his brother in the gut. Dave Dawson ready for a suplex fall-away slam, and Zane Dawson is reeling. Dave Dawson with the cover. Folks, please find us on Facebook. I just said it, but we have got one of the best web teams in all of professional wrestling. Wallace Rogers is our main man on there. He's running all the content. We got daily content on Midnight Mayhem. Last week we showcased Tough Love, and ironically enough, these two men were in that category. Look at Dave Dawson with the big sidewalk slam. Folks, Dave Dawson is looking fine in this matchup. Dave Dawson Zane Dawson, going outside the ring, trying to get a powder, trying to catch his breath, get a game plan, and his brother just coming with big double-armed axe handles right there. Dave Dawson taking it to his brother. Look at that, slamming his head against the turnpost. And this matchup is gone from a wrestling match to a street fight in mere seconds. Tracy Gilbert needs to wrangle up these two competitors and get them back into the ring, or folks, we are going to have pandemonium, mayhem in Midnight Mayhem Arena. And you can only get it here. I would like to say bedlam, but it just does not feel right to be using those expressions with Brock Knox not beside me. Look at these great fans, those great kids wearing those masks in tribute to Brock Knox. Zane Dawson throwing his brother back into the ring. Zane Dawson going to work on the left arm of Dave Dawson. Dave Dawson feeling every inch of his arm, feeling that pain ripping through his arm, and his brother not giving any quarter, going straight back to that left arm and pushing his face away. Folks, this is not a very, I don't know. This is not what you would call a clean wrestling match. Already, both of these men are bending the rules to their liking because it means that much to them. Look at Zane Dawson with the standing arm bar. That's a move that you don't see that often, and that's a move that Dave Dawson is feeling 100% of right now. Zane Dawson giving it up for a second. He was not giving up. Dave was not giving up. Tracy Gilbert asking Dave if he was willing to give up, but I don't think that it's would you give up or would you not give up. It's a matter of pride, and I don't think Dave Dawson would give up in any shape or form, especially against Zane Dawson, his brother. Look at Zane Dawson working that left arm still with an arm bar. Zane Dawson trying to make his brother give up. Dave Dawson not giving up, getting those great Midnight Mayhem fans behind him. He says no. Tracy Gilbert making sure that that Dave is not passing out from all this pain, but Dave Dawson coming up, back to his feet. This is the kind of man that you want in your corner, one in your foxhole. Dave Dawson is a man that's going to fight for you. He's not going to give up. He is going to fight until his last breath. Look at that, throwing Zane Dawson off the rope. Zane Dawson grabbing his brother's arm and throwing him back down to the mat. Now, between the storied history between these two men, there has never, ever been a clear winner between the two. Neither Zane nor Dave has pinned one another. Last time we saw Zane Dawson leave the ring. The time before that, Zane Dawson with the chain choking his brother and refusing to give up. Refusing to let go of the chain. Using a foreign object for one thing is illegal. But then again, when the referee's behest, what happened here? Tracy Gilbert getting knocked, but hopefully Tracy Gilbert, being the wrestler that he is, he will be able to get back into this matchup soon. And no sooner than Zane Dawson is cheating right now, using that rope as leverage, and Tracy is not seeing any of this. Tracy Gilbert nursing that wound from last week when Daniel Messina worked that arm the entire match. Daniel Messina, a man that killed Brock Knox. Daniel Messina won the Dirty South Championship Wrestling title last week. And Zane Dawson is slapping the tar out of the face of Dave Dawson right now. Trying to go for that lariat. Dave Dawson blocking it. Dave Dawson up and Zane Dawson down. Dave Dawson going off the ropes, going for that elbow drop. Zane Dawson too quick for Dave, rolling out of the way. Now, when you look at these two competitors, both men are strong as an ox. Both of these competitors are burly, big men, angry men. But Dave Dawson, a little bit bigger. I would put the strength advantage into Dave's corner. Maybe a little speed with Zane Dawson. These two men, which would you rather have, power or speed? That's a very good question here. Look at Zane Dawson just ripping the arm out of the AC joint of Dave Dawson. Dave Dawson feeling every single bit of that. Perhaps he's got a separated shoulder right now. We won't know because he is not giving up, and the medics are not able to come in and look at his arm right now. Zane Dawson just getting a good look at the fans. Here comes Dave up to his feet. Dave Dawson fighting back, hitting his brother from every angle, going off the ropes, and his brother catching him. Zane Dawson off the ropes, giving a big boot and a huge Bruiser Brody-like boot to his brother. That's a lot of bees, folks. Going for the penitent. 1, 2, Dave Dawson still in it. Looks like Tracy Gilbert still feeling some of the after effects of what happened earlier when Zane Dawson ran into Tracy Gilbert. Perhaps Tracy feeling some of this, and hopefully this is not going to come into play here in this matchup, especially since Tracy Gilbert is the referee and he is calling it straight down the middle as is. I don't want anything to take away from that. I want this to be a fair matchup on Midnight Mayhem. Zane Dawson off the ropes. Zane Dawson with a huge forearm shiver to the face of Dave Dawson, throwing him back into there. Look at the aggression Zane Dawson extrudes from his body. Zane Dawson is a man that I'm not. He's a pit bull in the ring. Looks like he's going up for some sort of superplex maneuver. Now look at Zane Dawson, no slouch in the weight room himself. Zane Dawson, very strong man. But that's a big boy you're attempting to do this superplex to. Look at Dave Dawson throwing him, swatting him down like a fly. Dave Dawson coming with a big shoulder block. Listen to those great Midnight Mayhem fans cheering him on. They want Dave Dawson to win this matchup. We don't want Zane Dawson to be to be the Midnight Mayhem Heavyweight Champion any longer. We're ready to move on and upwards. Dave Dawson trying to get those fans behind him. Dave, you've had that arm worked on the whole time. Why? Don't get in the moment, Dave. Think about yourself. Think about the future of this matchup. Exchanging of blows, Zane Dawson off the rope. Big double axe handle. Big left hand from Dave Dawson. Dave Dawson taking his brother up. Big atomic drop and Zane Dawson reeling right now, and a huge kick to the face, drop kick to the face of Zane Dawson. Tracy Gilbert counting to 3, but not yet. Tracy Gilbert claims it's 2. Looked like Tracy might have stopped a little short on that number 3 there. Dave Dawson concerned about the efficiency of Tracy's counting arm right there. I'm not sure if that was, that might have been a 3 count. Dave Dawson revving up right now, about to come corner to corner. Going to attack his brother. Big back splash right there. Dave Dawson off the ropes. A big front splash right there. And Zane Dawson is out on his feet. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. What? Tracy, what are you doing? That was 3, Tracy. You're supposed to call this down the middle. Dave Dawson confused as to why a friend, Tracy Gilbert, would not count to 3 there. And Dave Dawson should be your Midnight Mayhem champion right now. We should be celebrating, popping the bubbly. We should be getting excited. And Zane Dawson hammering away at his brother, taking the advantage that Tracy Gilbert left for him right there. Folks, I don't know. Zane Dawson calling for the lariat, and I'm confused here. Dave Dawson with a big double axe handle right there. 1, 2. That's it, folks. That, my friend, that is, Tracy Gilbert is, friendship's out the window in this. Looks like he's reveling in the fact that he didn't count to 3. Dave Dawson very confused. Tracy, what are you doing, brother? You're a man that I've trusted, and you're the referee right now. You need to be calling it right down the middle. Dave Dawson confused as hell right now. He doesn't know if he should come after Tracy to knock some sense into him, but then he'd be disqualified, and maybe, folks, this is huge on Midnight Mayhem. Zane Dawson crawling like the dog he is on his feet, rolling up Dave Dawson. 1, 2. That was a very quick count by Tracy Gilbert. Folks, Tracy Gilbert, it looks like Tracy Gilbert had that in his mind all along. And who is this? Is that Clayton Carter? Clayton Carter giving Tracy an envelope, perhaps. Clayton Carter paying off Tracy Gilbert to get back at Dave for some reason. Look at Zane Dawson grabbing his belt and leaving the arena as soon as possible. This is some interesting things going on Midnight Mayhem, folks. Tune in next week and find us on Facebook. I'm still befuddled at what's going on. Dave, say it ain't so, Dave. Say it ain't so.